Okay, so these are chalk pastels. These are a really good quality chalk pastel. This is the Prismacolor chalk pastels. So this box runs about $30–40, so they're not cheap. So please, if you're using mine, please respect them and use them nicely. So I believe this is 12 different colors here. So chalk pastels are like pastels, but they're dusty. When you use them, they turn into chalk type texture. So you'll see as I start to apply it to the page, you'll see some dust. And because they're very high quality, the pigment will stick to the page a little bit better than some other kinds of chalk pastels. And you'll see I'm going to layer some colors here to show you how nicely they blend together. So you can layer the colors over top. And then with chalk pastels, you really do need to blend them to get the nicest effect. So if you use a little bit of paper towel and you just roll it around your finger, that way you don't get your fingers too dirty, you can go through and do some nice blending. Okay, now with this chalk, please be conscientious that you're not going to blow it. Okay, if you're having a piece of paper, I would just stand the piece of paper up onto the table and get it onto the table, and then you can use a little bit of paper towel to wipe it off, or carefully carry it to the garbage can. But carrying it to the garbage can could make this dust go up into the air. So we don't really want to be breathing this in. That's one of the reasons. And then it just gets everywhere. So just be aware of that. Of course, you can do details with the chalk pastels just as much as blending. So it does have these nice little pointy edges because they're new. So you can do some nice details with it as well. But my favorite way to use them is to kind of get this nice blending. So when you're doing your mixed media pieces, you can think about maybe doing a nice sky. If you are doing a sky, for example, the best way to get a whole lot on the page and an even way is to actually use the side. So if you use the side, you'll cover a larger area a lot quicker and more evenly. And then you can go back and blend that nicely into the page. Also being aware that once you've got a fair amount on your paper towel, this can now act as a drawing media itself, right? So don't waste what's on the paper towel. You could probably just cover half your page with the chalk pastel and then to cover the other half with what's left in your paper towel. You can layer white over top, so you want to make some nice clouds. You can blend with your finger if you like. If you layer black, of course, you're going to get a darker shade. And notice you don't have to be very precise with the chalk itself, because when you go in and blend, it blends so nicely. Those little scribbles turn into my nice cloud here. So that's the chalk pastel.